Hey everybody, this is Dan for Gaming D on Cars. Now today is Thursday. It is Ferrari Thursday because we just released the brand new 488 replacement Ferrari. As you know, I love Ferraris and BMWs. Those are my two things. And now you are staring at a beautiful Ferrari 458 Speciale, which might be one of the best V8 Ferraris they have ever released, and this car sort of relates to the new car that was released today. So I always show my desktop picture here when I do these OBS news segments. If you're new to the channel, I do car reviews, car news, so hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Instagram at GamingDonCars. I also have a Twitter and a Facebook page of the same name. So today we are going to talk about the Ferrari F8 Tributo. I guess that's how you say it. I'm not Italian. So let's take a look. Now, I said before in many videos that the mid-engine V8 Ferrari is my favorite. Okay, that is sort of the one that I fell in love with back when I was in 10th grade in 1998. I saw a yellow Ferrari 355, and my love for Ferraris has grown ever since then. But today is the latest and greatest version of the mid-engine V8 Ferrari. This is called the F8 Tributo, and this car, I've been reading some things about it today, and I have mixed feelings on it. I think the design is good as far as the front and back go. The interior is pretty much the same, except they have circular vents now, which, okay, big deal. The steering wheel looks like the GTC4 Lusso now, but the side profile here looks exactly like a 488, which is fine. This is a replacement of a 488, and sort of like an evolution of design. It's not a completely new car at all. This car's underpinnings are actually from the 458, which is this car right here. So this car is markedly new but old at the same time. Now, I'm a firm believer that the 458 Italia is the best looking Ferrari. It just was a new look. It was a distinct evolution from the 430. It's an all-new design language, and that car was released in 2008. So this car essentially has underpinnings that are 10 years old. I mean, if you think about that, it's just insane. I mean, like the Lamborghini Aventador is from like 2009. That car has just evolved as well. But today we're talking about this car. Okay, this car has 710 horsepower from a 3.9 liter twin-turbo V8. Now, this view is awesome. Okay, now when I talked to Matt Garman today, what's up, man? Matt MPG, go check him out. He said that this car looks exactly like a 488 meets an 812 Superfast, which I think is right. Now, the design for new Ferraris, I'm not going to say it's busy, but there's definitely a lot more going on than before. Now, these two scoops, honestly, remind me of like a 430 Scuderia. But yeah, this front end looks exactly like the Pista. Not as extreme right here. They had the airflow going up here, but the headlights sort of look like 458, and instead of having the LEDs that go up the fender like this, they're now on the bottom here. I mean, I think it looks good. I mean, obviously I love the resale red color, but the interesting design comes at the rear. Okay, but here's the interior. Now we have circular vents here. I do like the screen over here, which is like all modern Ferraris have, that tells you everything. You can look over what stations on the radio, but you can also look at how fast you're going, what gear you're in, what race mode you're in from the Manatino right here. The steering wheel is exactly like the GTC4 Lusso, which is a great car, but this looks pretty much like a 488, except it has round things. Now, you've got the two screens on the dash here. Obviously, you have your centrally mounted tachometer, but it looks good. I mean, it's essentially an evolution of the 488. Now, going to the rear design, which I really like. Okay, we're going to make this bigger. Now, they have gone back to the 4 round taillights, which these taillights look exactly like the 812 Superfast. The exhaust here looks like a Pista, pretty much 100%. I think right here, like the Pista had, you've got airflow right here, but now this engine cover has sort of louvers in it, which I think is an homage to an F40. Which I think is the best Ferrari of all time. One of my favorite cars of all time. These sort of vents here, I guess you sort of need that in all cars. The 458, the 488 have had those, but it looks good. But this rear end looks really good. The diffuser looks good. I like the look of it a lot. It sort of goes with like the evolutionary designs that Ferrari has done with a bunch of their cars that they've released in the past few years. Now, I want to talk sort of more grand scheme about this car as a whole. Okay, So when the 458 was out, it was a naturally aspirated V8, widely regarded as a wonderful car, amazing driving experience. Then we get to the 488. Okay, so you've got forced induction. You've had twin turbos, which a V8 car never had twin turbos forever until the 488. So I'm thinking that the reception for the 488 was not so good, meaning that is why we're getting this car rushed out so soon. Okay, we've had the 488 GTB. You had the Pista released, what, a couple months ago? And now they're already releasing the new version of the 488. I mean, it kind of makes you think that they're sort of rushing to sort of catch up to the competition, okay? Now, this car is going to directly compete with the McLaren 720S, which, by all accounts, it's probably the best all-around sports car on the planet. That and a Performante that this car will also compete with. I guess a Huracan Evo or a Performante. But it sort of seems like Ferrari is trying to play catch-up, and it pains me to say that, but it's true, okay? McLaren 720 and the 600 LT are awesome cars. Now this car it's almost like you want to be the latest to release something so you can try to say you're now the greatest, but time will tell if this car is that. I mean, McLaren just released a 720 Spider, which is the exact same car as before. You know, ridiculous performance, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. This car actually goes 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, which is just unbelievable. Honestly, when I watched Doug DeMuro's review of a 488 Pista, he liked that car as much as a 918 Spider. He just said that the driving experience is insane and the power delivery is so rapid and the handling and the driving experience was so good that I hope this car is just as good, because this car has the same engine and same performance figures as a 488 Pista. So if you had just bought a Pista, are you Pista off? I mean, if you just bought a Pista, do you trade that in immediately to get this car? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Ferrari has said that this car, the engine of this car and the 488 Pista were the world car of the year, so you don't need to improve that car that much. So what do you guys think about this car? Do you think Ferrari is sort of rushing this out to the market just to sort of catch up with the competitors? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, right here. Best engine and international engine of the year, 3 years running in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And 2018 was awarded the title of the best engine of the last 2 decades. All right, that's amazing. Is this car going to be just as good as the 720? I don't know. Time will tell. I just feel like they're trying to catch up, sort of, to the competition by offering this car now. Actually, this will be officially released next week at the Geneva Auto Show, so we'll actually get to see it in person. But as far as the upgrades go, I like it. Honestly, this part of the 488 was not my favorite. It seems like the door handle is just a little bit low. I mean, I think the front end styling and the rear end is gorgeous. I love the new wheels. Again, looks like the A12 Superfast. I see some 430 in the design right here. But yeah, this is the new F8 Tributo. Also, I don't know where they got that name. I know that Tribute, I think they said something in this article right here. Tributo is Italian word for tribute and not three butos, as I originally thought. So, alright, this is the first look of the F8 Tributo. I'm still wrapping that around my mind, that it's not called like a 462 or anything like the 458 and the 488. So let me know what you guys think about this car. Is this Ferrari sort of playing catch up? Do you like the design? Let me know what you think, okay? Alright, so this is going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to get this out here so we can see this car, and we'll see it in the flesh next week at the Geneva Auto Show. I think it's March 7th, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.